bringing in Mr. Richard Bronchek for number 1.
Michael?
I think it's Richard. It could be Michael. I've worked with Rich before, so I think this is Rich. But I do have Michael here. Noted here. Rich, you there?
Noted.
There we go. There he is. Here we go, Rich.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah,
you're good now, Rich.
Okay,
You ready?
tell me when you're ready.
We're ready. I need your name and address for the record.
You got it. Richard Bronchick, Bronchick, on behalf of JL Drafting, Inc. That's at 707 Route 110, Farmingdale, New York, 11735.
Okay, so let me read this stuff into the record. We have a plan, and this is application 21027 of Michael and Maria Walsh. Property is located in West Babylon. I have a planning memo dated April the 8th, 2021. Environmental control memo dated April the 2nd, 2021. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. And you got it?
And 4 photographs, Mr. Chairman, as well as a set of floor plans by JL Drafting. Norman Locke, dated January 6th, 2021.
Okay, would you like to tell us about the application?
Yes, sir. First of all, good evening. This is to legalize a 11 by 14 existing rear sunroom. We are requesting variances for a side yard. Should be 10 feet. The actual side yard is 9.3 feet. This is on the west side. And also for a total side yard, we're asking for a reduction from 25 feet to 19.6 feet. Now, it should be noticed, I'm sure you could see it from the survey and the site plan, that the setbacks that we are requesting are the actual setbacks of the house, even without the sunroom. So we're not asking for any further relaxation of the current setbacks. This is in connection with a sale. The house was in the process of being sold when this application was commenced. It has subsequently been sold in the interim. I'll take questions.
Well, that was my question, really. It was, why now are you trying to legalize the sunroom, but you're attempting to sell?
The house has been sold already.
Has
Yes,
been sold.
about 2 weeks ago. It was in the process of being sold. Apparently this came up during the process, and here we are.
Okay, I have no further questions.
So let me ask you this, who is the actual owner of the house right now?
I don't have the name of the current owner. The prior owner was Michael Walsh. He just sold the house 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but so do you have an affidavit that gives you permission to speak for the current owner?
He does. He does.
He does. Okay, all right.
Yep.
That's fine. Okay. So so you don't know the current owner's name?
No, I personally do not.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right. Any other
Is there
questions?
a recommended condition on this?
Sure.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ms.
So if approved, do you agree to not heat the sunroom, that the sunroom not be heated?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? Anybody, Brian? Okay, we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve the decision for 1 week in case there are any further comments. You'll get the decision in the minute.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Mr. Chairman, I think we should confirm with the new owner that he agrees to the conditions. But
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
He represents-
But he has,
But is he
Brian,
he hasn't
representing
even met him.
you?
He goes, yeah, I agree.
Brian,
Kind of absurd.
Yeah.
he has permission to speak. We have an affidavit that he has permission to speak for the new owner.
So actually, I have this affidavit, but it is actually from Michael Walsh. So
Okay.
me and Pam can work on this week.
Okay. Yeah, if we'll get that squared away, get the name squared away, and we're not going to approve it tonight anyway, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Dave. He has to be able to speak on their behalf, so we got to find that out, all right? All right,
Got it.
thanks.
Okay. Anything else I could help you with?
No, that's it, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Okay,
Thank you, Rich. All right, I'm going to bring in Andrew and Heather Lee for application number 2. And I just want to ask them a question before we get started, because I do have a mic registered here, but I don't see him.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello.
What's going on, guys? Was Mike supposed to be on here too, Mike Arado?
Not that I know of.
Okay, all right. I have him written down, but if you guys got it, you're good to go. I also have a Dennis here. I don't know if he's in for this application or not. I don't have him on the list, so just checking with you guys first.
I don't know.
All right, probably not then.
Okay.
No worries.
You need your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Andrew Lee. Our address is 6 Maplewood Avenue in Farmingdale, New York, 11735.
Okay. Do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay. For the record, I have a planning division memo dated April 5th, 2021. And okay. Environmental control memo dated April 2nd, 2021. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. And Brian?
And 12 photographs along with a floor plan by Curtis Hoffman dated May 11th, 2020.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Us?
Yeah.
I believe we've been sort of in the dark about everything of what was really happening. We had a company, the sellers of our house hired Captain Permit to take care of a lot of the COs. There was a side entrance, a rear entrance, and a shed that we were legalizing.
Okay. So you're legalizing this because you're selling the house, or?
We purchased it.
We just purchased it, and
Just
the previous owners were supposed to do it, but everything was closed during the pandemic, so.
Okay, so, all right, you're trying to legalize and you work that out with the sellers and stuff. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
So these are all, according to our planning memo, things that have existed since like 1963. And were never legalized, and now they're coming up because you bought the house.
Correct.
Okay. So there's a shed in the rear. And the rest is basically a front addition that was added.
There was an overhang.
It's an overhead. It's not living space?
No, it's just an outdoor awning area.
Okay.
Yeah, you have basically a vestibule off the front, and then there's a portico that extends a little bit further.
Yes, that, okay, yeah, I don't have the plans. Okay. Any other questions from the board?
Is the recommended condition on this as well?
On the shed,
Yeah, if the shed is, we would put a condition on the approval, if we do approve it, that the shed be, if it comes down and needs to be rebuilt, that it be put in a legal location. Would you agree to that condition?
Sure.
Okay. We have anybody on this, Brian?
Nope, we don't.
All right, we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for 1 week in case there are further comments. You'll get the decision in the mail. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna bring in Michael Drake and Tom for application number 3. Tom O'Connell, sorry. Hey, Mike, you there? There he is.
how you doing, Brian?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Mike should be here.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm working.
So I need the name and address of both you guys, and
Michael Drake. I'm at 4619 Captree Island, New York. I'm the PE and I'm half owner of this house.
Okay, Tom?
How you doing? Tom O'Connell, 532 Secatawg Avenue, Farmingdale, New York. I'm the other half owner.
Okay. And do both you guys affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, and this is application 2129 of Neptune Renovations. Property is located in Lindenhurst. I have a planning memo dated April 5th, 2021. Environmental control memo dated April 7th, 2021. You should have a copy of this. There are a number of things that need to be satisfied. There's also, we would place a condition if we were to approve the application that the lower level be limited to parking and storage, no habitable space. Suffolk County Planning Memo dated March 24th, 2021. Decision of local determination, take no position for or against.
And 7 photographs, Mr. Chairman, as well as a set of floor plans by Michael Drake dated February 2nd, 2021.
Would you guys like to tell us about the application?
Sure. Okay, I'll take it. So basically, we have an existing permit right now, current, to lift this house onto the new foundation, which has been done. The house's foundation has been cured, and the house is down. The next step of this process was to get the ZBA approval, or to apply for the ZBA application for approval of a second-story addition and a front porch. The house as it stands is basically 1.5 stories, where the rear section of the house is a 1/3 2-story. And then the front section, 2/3 of the house, is a 1-story. What we're planning on doing essentially is putting a dormer over the front section of the house. In addition to that dormer, we have a porch that existed, and we wanted to put the porch back, with the exception that the roof that was there was smaller than the roof that we're calling for. If you look at the elevations, you can see we have the full width of the house as a farm porch roof. But the distance from the front of the house to the front of the porch remains the same as it was. With that proposal and that existing, we are still inside of our setback, and this is what we're asking for relief from the code. So that is where we're at. We're essentially taking a house that was abandoned for 3 years, bank-owned zombie, and a bit of an eyesore for the neighborhood, and upgrading it and putting value back into the neighborhood. And that's basically it.
Okay, so basically you're going up, you're just putting the porch back, attached to the house, and the overhang is, well, the roof is a little bit larger than it was prior to this.
Right, correct. And it's still, the setback issue is still the same.
So the front setback's the same, it's the same issue as it was.
Right, that's correct.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Anybody on this, Brian? No. Okay. All right, so we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for 1 week in case there are any further comments, and you'll get the decision in the mail.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe I have a second one. I'm wondering if that is okay.
Mike's gonna stay on. Tom, I think you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did I kick someone else? Oh, all right, cool. So we got Mike on for Michael Drake again on for application number 4.
Okay. Application number 4 is application 21030. The applicant's name is Michael Silvestri. Property is located in Babylon, West Babylon, kind of on the line. I have a planning division memo dated April 5th, 2021. Environmental control memo dated April 2nd, 2021. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. Suffolk County Planning Memo dated March 24th, 2021, a decision of local determination, take no position for or against, and
3 photographs, Mr. Chairman, as well as a set of floor plans, construction plans by Michael Drake dated August 16th, 2020.
Okay, would you like to tell us about this one?
Sure. So this is a house that is owned by Mr. Michael Silvestri. I am the design professional and representing him as agent for this ZBA hearing. Mr. Silvestri has owned this house. It's been in the family for quite a bit. He got it from his father right around, unluckily or luckily enough, right around the time Sandy came in and hit everybody. This house was raised as part of the effort with New York Rising, and that was all done. And as part of this effort, he was finalizing the last of the last, which is this rear deck he's been desiring, if I could say that correctly, for the past years. And so this deck essentially is a rear deck. It's going to be confined to the sides of the house, and it essentially goes back. I'm going to go look at, okay, get the right mouse here. And it's going to go back approximately, let's call it 20. I believe it's, oh, so I'm sorry, 12 feet. I flubbed that. 12 feet deep. And then there's a little staircase landing, which extends the deck approximately another 3 feet. I don't really count that as deck, but you may. So, so we have this issue where we're diminishing the rear yard from 25 to 12.6 feet, and we're seeking relief for that. And we have total west and east and side yards being diminished from 30 to 1417, from 12 to 9.4, and from 12 to 5.3. And then we have a lot increase from 20 to 36.2%, which I believe is not all the deck's fault. It was already part of the house. So we're seeking relief in 5 areas. This deck is similar to others on the street and in the neighborhood. It's in the rear yard. They have a canal in the rear of the house. So I don't see it as being any adverse impact to the neighborhood or the character or the well-being of the neighbors.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Ms. McCullough.
All right, so you said the deck is going to be in line with the sides of the property, yes?
Yes, it will be. If you look at the plans, you can see the line is matching with the floor plan of the house. So yes, is the answer.
So does the stairs kind of encroach on the side?
Well, there's no stairs on the side. The stairs continue. If you just imagine this deck extruded past the back of the house, the stairs kind of are a little bit of a platform off of one side, and then they run perpendicular, or they run basically east-west.
Okay.
So the property runs north-south. So we try not to interfere with the rest of the backyard, whatever they have left, by keeping the stairs tucked next to the deck as you go down or up.
Okay, so they're just using this for more leisure
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I should further explain this. This deck is on the first story. However, this is a drive under garage, lower level. Okay, so that's where they store their cars and
Okay.
tomato paste.
That.
Yeah, right.
All right. So if approved, do you agree to not further enclose above or below?
Yes.
All right. I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Anybody, Brian?
Nope, we don't have anyone else.
All right, we're going to close the hearing, reserve decision. Going to keep the record open for 1 week for further comments. You'll get the decision in the mail. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Thanks.
Right, and I'm going to bring in Bill Lier and Jim Polinsky for application number 5.
Hi there. Good evening. This is Bill Lear of Stickley Furniture Company. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Good evening, everybody.
okay. I'm gonna need your name and address for the record.
It's Bill Lear, Director of Facilities for Stickley Furniture Company. And our corporate headquarters is 1 Stickley Drive in Manlius, New York, 13104.
Okay, and Jim, are you gonna,
Yeah, James Polinsky. I'm from the sign company Signs Inc. and our address is 3255 Crampon Road, Yorktown, New York, 10598.
do both you gentlemen agree to tell the truth? Firm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
For the
Yes,
record,
we do.
we have a planning division memo dated April 5th, 2021, and this is on case 21004, property located in Farmingdale. Environmental control memo dated April 2nd, 2021. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. And
5 photographs, Mr. Chairman, as well as a sign package by Signs Inc.
okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
This is Bill Lears. How I want to start is just tell you a little bit about Stickley and our application and our location there. We employ approximately 950 employees. We've got 20 sites. We opened up the site in Farmingdale about 4 years ago on Route 10 or 110, and we've been pretty successful there. This time, what we're finding is customers really can't find us and have a tough time, locating our building. We like the building, we like the location, like Farmingdale, and our application is really just to improve our signage so we can improve our customer sales. So that's really what we're asking for, and just to get better visibility and exposure to be able to increase sales is what we're after. Do you have more to add in terms of the signage?
Yes. So the front of the building itself, Stickley's going with a new logo that they've been using. So I went back and forth with Brian, and we originally had a 6-foot letter. He thought the square footage was a little bit too much, so we brought it down to a 258 square feet total, which he thought was a little bit more reasonable. It still gives us the visibility we want. The idea is to paint the building the gray, and then we'll go with new white LED channel letters, very visible. Then we also have the side, I guess it would be the right side of the building that you're looking at. You would see that as you drive on 110. That also will be a Stickley letter. I think that one is within code, but it's still with the application. Now, on the right side of the building, there's also a sign that's there now, but we don't see that sign's really benefiting us. So we plan on just removing that sign, patching, and painted the building this way to keep from clutter or anything like that. We're trying to look very upscale, and we don't want too much clutter. As far as the monument sign, right now we have an existing sign. It's a pole sign. It's outdated. It doesn't look great. So we really like what Bassett has done next door, and they've created a monument sign. So we're pretty much trying to we're going to create the same sign that they have. The sign itself their sign is 9'4". We're actually looking for 9 foot for the sign, and our setback would be the same as what Bassett has. So from that sidewalk area there, we are 6 foot. It is 6'4", I believe, 6'5" from the sidewalk. So we're pretty much trying to do exactly what they have, a monument sign, and get rid of the existing sign that's there.
Okay, do either one of you gentlemen have a copy of the planning memo?
Yes, I have a copy of the planning memo where they were afraid of, I guess, a wall-like sign that would interfere with vision, but we're matching exactly what Bassett has, and it doesn't seem, they have no issue there with, traffic coming in or coming out. We have, like I said, 6'5" off of the curb, plus you have the curb area. So you have more than enough room to, pull out and make your right-hand turn and go down 110.
Okay, so they're asking about the height too. So explain to me why it has to be 9 feet. I know you're saying it matches Bassett's sign. So is that your
Right.
theory behind
Right.
it?
So, yeah, so that was our theory behind it. Not only that, it gives us a little bit of height because it is a monument sign. And there's cars that do park in the front there. So we're trying to give the visibility there that if a car is parked in the front, you still can see their sign, the lettering itself, without being obstructed by cars parked in the parking lot. And we just thought it would look a nice clean look. You have Bassett next door with a nice sign on the building, sign on the monument sign in the parking lot there. We were just trying to match and do the same thing. We believe that it's kind of an upscale look. A monument kind of looks just better than what's there now with a freestanding box with a steel pole. So we were trying to do something a little classier, and we just need the height to show what they, to compete with what they have, and can keep with the look.
Okay. All right, that's really the only questions around this, is the monument sign. So I don't think there's anything else. Any other questions from the board?
I'm good.
It's good.
Anybody else, Brian?
There's no one to be heard here, no.
Nobody to be heard? All right, we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for 1 week to get further comments, and you'll get the decision in a minute.
Okay, so there's no vote tonight?
No,
Okay.
we don't do, because we're doing virtual.
Right.
We always hold it open for at least a week in case, anybody else has further comments due to us being virtual like this, that we can get those further comments. So we're going to keep it open for at least 1 week.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that's everybody.
Moving on with the agenda, we have an extension of time on application 18256, Nassau Suffolk Partnership Housing. This property is located in Lindenhurst. They're requesting the first and second extension of time.
So I'll make a motion to approve the first and second extensions of time on application 18256.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
There's another extension of time. It's application 20-098, RGP owners. This property is located in Deer Park. This is the first extension of time request.
I'll make a motion to approve the extension of time on application 20-098, first extension of time for 6 months.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Moving on to the next page of the agenda, the application is 16-059 P&P Motors. In your correspondence, number 4 is a letter from Daryl Conway asking that the application be withdrawn.
Withdrawn?
Yes.
Wow.
They are applying under the new code because it no longer is zoned business E. So it is past the time to now consider the application as it was submitted, because it's now the new Wyandanch.
They're on there a long time. So do we need a motion for that or just withdraw?
The board can just accept the request to withdraw.
Accept the request for application 16059 to withdraw.
Application 20-181 is Novak Motors. The board will recall that we're still waiting for a letter from council to explain how the parking was working with their neighbor. So they're aware that the board's asking for that and they'll be submitting it. That's going to continue to hold. Application 21-019 is Barnwell House of Tires. This property is located in West Babylon. In your correspondence, item number 5 is the fire marshal's report advising that they are satisfied and the board can move if it so desires.
All right. I make a motion to approve application number 21-019 for 3 years.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Next application is 21-014, Ruth Flynn Williams. This property is located in Amity Harbor. In your correspondence, item number 6 is memo from Kate Shreve. New plans have been received, which will amend the application. So the amendment will be to remove the stair. It will now read diminished front yard setback from 30 to 19.5 with 2-foot roof overhang and encroachment, eliminating the word stair. If the board is satisfied, they would approve as amended.
I'll make a motion to approve application 21-014 as amended and the report should not be further enclosed.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next application is 21-020, Lynn Enderly. This property is located in West Babylon. There are no recommended conditions and the board can move if it wishes to.
And I make a motion to approve application number 21-020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next application is 21-022, Christopher and Eileen Molina. This property is located in Amityville. There are no recommended conditions.
I'll make a motion to approve application 21-022.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Application is 21-024, John Forgione. This property is located in North Babylon. I believe the board would like to continue to hold this to address the need for the property to come into compliance and perhaps address the issue of the 2 front doors.
Correct.
Moving on to 21-021, Cynthia Morales. This property is located in West Babylon. The board had, the planning had recommended, if approved, there be a condition the front porch not be further enclosed.
I make a motion to approve application number 21-021 with the condition that the front porch not be further enclosed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next application is 21-023, De Silva Automotive Repair. This property is located in West Babylon. And again, I believe the intent is to hold this until there is a modified site plan showing a parking plan. Moving on to 21-025, Louis Sinatra, doing business as Hard Finish Power Coating. This property is located in Farmingdale. It would be subject to the standard CNRs.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve application 21-025 for a period of 1 year with the condition that the standard CNRs be filed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Finally, your last page, there is quite a bit of correspondence in the board's package tonight. The first is a letter from Nicole Blanda that accompanies revised site plan and floor plans for Gale Grace Estates in Copeg. The board will recall this application had been previously approved. There was then a request to change some of the bedrooms to 2 bedrooms. The board denied that request. And now the revised site plan and floor plans would be to have openings that would not be bedrooms, that would be considered a larger floor plan with a free flow throughout, no closets and no 5-foot openings. And I'll let Brian provide any other details.
Yeah, essentially the open floor plan has an L-shaped wall with openings on both sides, 7-foot opening on one, 3-foot opening on the other, to allow for access from the living room and the hallway. There's essentially a free flow between both of those rooms.
Okay. And before this can be CO'd and everything else, the town's going to have to get in there and approve all of these changes, and they'll have to be done according to the plans that they just submitted. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So accompanying this is item number 2, which is the memo from Kate Shreve, noting what changes would occur to the variance based on the revised plans. Actually, there is no new variance. It is just a change of plans. So when the board approves according to plans, the plans are what has been changed.
Anything else from anybody? Okay. So I am going to make a motion on application 20099 to approve as amended with the new floor plans and the new design of the what was going to be 2 bedrooms will not be 2 bedrooms. It will be a study/office space that is totally open and cannot be enclosed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions or?
Yeah, we got a couple of people that can't vote on this, right?
Did anyone want to abstain or?
Dolores. Steve needs to abstain, right?
Yeah, I think Steve and Marco would have to abstain, and we would need, everyone else, I believe.
Everybody else was okay, right? Yeah. Okay.
So
Yep.
someone else needs to second.
Second.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Item number 3 in the board's correspondence is the decision from the court in the matter of Mock Realty Holding. The board will recall this was an application from 2018 on Montauk Highway and Copeg, Lindenhurst, right on the border, Lindenhurst. And the court upheld the board's denial of the application. So for your reading pleasure is the decision in your correspondence. Number 4 is the letter from, thank you. Thank you. The number 4 is the letter from Daryl Conway requesting withdrawal of P&P Motors. Number 5 is the fire marshal's report. Number 6 is Kate Shreve's memo regarding Ruth Williams. And then number 7 is a public notice from the Village of Babylon about a scheduled hearing to take place for an application that is within 500 feet of Town of Babylon property. Number 8 is a notice from the Town of Huntington advising of resolutions adopted at their meeting. Number 9 is a letter from Long Island Civic Alliance asking the town to impose a moratoria on multi-residence properties.
Multi-residence, right.
And lastly, for the board's consideration is the adoption of the findings for Gail Grace. This was denying the use permit to change the home into a parking lot and to change the format of the apartments to allow 2 bedrooms.
Make a motion to accept the findings on application 20099.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions?
Steve,
The same people who abstain?
Marco, you should abstain.
I abstain.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes your agenda.
Okay.
Well done.
Well,
Thank you, everyone.
thanks,
Have a good week.
everybody. Appreciate your time. Dave, thanks for sitting in. Appreciate it.
And there is no meeting on the 15th, so we will next be together on the 22nd.
Second.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Good night,
Have a good
everyone.
week.
Good
Have a
night,
weekend.
all.
Take
Good night.
care.